Hello and welcome to Military Mayday. We're pointing out a few pieces on the chessboard. If you enjoy this content, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, help me out. Thank you. Russian official proposes invading 5 NATO countries. Well, let's see what we got here. An official in the Ukrainian region, which Moscow claims to have annexed, has said Russia should try to take the territory that was formerly part of the Russian Empire through the might of weapons. In September 2022, Zaporizhzhia was one of the 4 Ukrainian regions that Vladimir Putin claimed to have annexed, the others being Kherson, Luhansk, and Donetsk, although Moscow does not fully control any of them. But the top Kremlin-installed official in the oblast, Yevgeny Belitsky, said that the Russian could also have its eye on the Baltic states, as well as Poland, Finland, all 5 of which are NATO countries. In April, Finland became NATO's 31st member, joining Poland and the Baltic states in the 31-member alliance, whose 5th article says that an attack on one state is an attack on all. And don't forget that one. In the interview shared by Russia watcher Julia Davis, Belitsky seemed ready to take on the alliance as he spoke of how the Russian Empire that ended with the 1917 revolt had lost its footing, as well as a great number of people. I'm not even talking about territories. I understand that it includes Warsaw, Helsinki, also known for Helsingfors, he said. It's a long article. Not too bad. After Russian marked the first anniversary of so-called annexation of the 4 Ukrainian territories on September 30th, propagandist Sergei Martin spoke about the new holiday as marking Russia's supposed journey to restoring itself into an empire. Yeah. So keep an eye on there. I think that's just more propaganda. Most likely, Russian Su-33 jet sinks after failed landing attempt on an aircraft carrier. Video. Let's see the video. After a failed attempt to land on the Admiral Kunashkov aircraft. The incident is believed to have occurred December 2016. The aircraft carrier participating in Russia's naval operations, according to the Daily Mail. However, the incident is but one chapter in Vladimir Putin's turbulent operational history. Commissioned in 1985, the sole Russian aircraft carrier has been a focal point of both technical and operational challenges. Yeah. Can't build them like they can in the U.S. Naval defeat. Russia's Black Sea Fleet has abandoned its critical Crimea base, a major aim of the Kremlin's war to guarantee security for Russian warships operating from the Sevastopol base in the Black Sea that is in its ruins as its fleet retreats from the opponent without a navy. In a naval defeat of historic proportions, Russia's Black Sea Fleet has evacuated almost all of its warships from the Sevastopol naval base in occupied Crimea and moved them to what's considered to be a safer port on the Russian mainland, out of the reach of Kyiv missiles and drone strikes. Satellite images published by open-source naval observers such as M.T. Anderson shows that at least 10 major fighting vessels that were previously stationed at Russia's massive Sevastopol naval base are now moored at piers in the smaller port Novorossiysk in Russia's Kuban region. The imagery suggests that Kremlin has indefinitely ended the use of the strategic located Crimean Peninsula as its Black Sea base. How interesting. Ukrainian media first spotted Russian warships withdrawing from the Sevastopol, most of which later appeared in Novorossiysk on September 22nd to 23rd. Isn't that interesting news story there? Russia loses 280,000 troops as attacks intensify in eastern Ukraine. Yeah, this I highly doubt. The number of Russian troops killed since the start of Moscow invasion of Ukraine has passed 280,000, according to a Thursday announcement from the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Newsweek has not been able to independently verify Ukraine's tally, and other estimates tend to be more conservative than Kiev's. The Kremlin does not frequently comment on its own estimates of troop casualties, and when it does, experts have said its numbers are not accurate. Yeah, well, they would admit to that anyway. The spokesperson said 8 skirmishes took place in this area of eastern Ukraine in just the past day alone. That Russians has been hitting the region not only with the ground troops but also with its air forces, using jet fighters and helicopters in attacks, according to the Kiev Independent translation. So what they're trying to say is they've killed, that's a lot of soldiers each week, and it doesn't really say how many, but yeah, that's a lot. Includes 3,150 lost in the past week. Syria vows revenge as dozens are killed in drone strike on military academy graduation. Yeah, isn't this something? At least 54 people were killed and 125 were in a drone strike on a graduation ceremony at a Syrian military academy, local news report said Thursday. Military said the attack killed civilian and soldiers, with dozens of wounded, including critical injuries among the invited families, women and children, in addition to a number of college students participating in the graduation. Then a little story to go right along with it here. X sources: U.S. F-35A aircraft downed Turkish Anka-S over Syria. The Turkish Anka-S drone was shot down over Syria. Photos of the downed drone were posted on the Telegram social media. Photos clearly show the fuselage torn into several pieces and what is left of the electronics. That just kind of lines up with the other story we just had. So is it Turkey? Is currently conducting an intensive operation in Syria. It looks like it's Turkey that's hit, though, Syria, but it could be somebody setting it up to make it look that way. Alibaba's main logistics hub in Europe is suspected of spying. Looky there. I think I might be able to read this one out. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba Group has come under suspicion of spying in Europe, which is its main logistics hub in the region, being monitored for collecting sensitive economic information. Belgium's intelligence service has been monitoring the company's logistics center at the cargo airport in the city of Liège following intelligence assessments, according to the report by the Financial Times. The security service said it was working to detect possible espionage or interference activities by Chinese entities, including Alibaba, the report added. The Belgian security service is monitoring Alibaba's operation. One of the scrutinies being the introduction of software systems that collate sensitive economic information, FT said. Alibaba signed an agreement with the Belgian government in 2018 to open e-commerce trade hub run by its logistics arm, Kanai, that would include investments in logistics and infrastructure. Belgian security, the company has denied any wrongdoing. The FT report said Alibaba and the Belgian State Security Service did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Alibaba last month filed a stock exchange which would be separated the Chinese e-commerce giant this year and would restructure its split into its business. Looky there, Alibaba spying. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Again, if you find this interesting, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Toodaloo.